Hey guys, let's do mission 4 of the crew campaign. So as you can see from the darkness all around, this is going to be our first night mission. The briefing here is another conversation between Commander Dmitry Tarasov, the main character of our campaign, and General Sergei Viktorovich Safronov, the VIP that we've been shuttling around the last couple of missions. So one of his friends, they're still celebrating New Year's, and they're all very drunk. One of his friends has been recalled to the bridge of the Admiral Kuznetsov for an important briefing very soon, and said friend is very drunk. So it's our job to get them there in a hurry. And there's also a note towards the end of the discussion where Viktorovich is asking Sergei for a favor, or sorry, is asking Dmitry Tarasov for a favor. So I don't know if we may get sent somewhere else along the flight plan or not. But it's worth mentioning that that's in there. So we're going to ferry a couple of drunk guys out to a boat. This should be fun in the middle of the night. We still have the exact same restrictions for smooth, comfortable flight of the vertical and vertical speed and pitch and roll angles and all that. Average flight duration is 45 minutes. Average speed on routes 190 kph. So it's recommending night vision goggles. It's giving us the bindings for those. Recommending we put them on our HOTAS somewhere. Departure from VP Amulet or HP Amulet here. Same NDB frequency. Landing at the Kuznetsov, which they called a cruiser and not a carrier. 127.5, and the NDB beacon has changed from 888 to 893, and then we just head back to Amulet. So it looks like a fairly straightforward flight, and if we look at our other briefing image, it's literally just 172 for 34 to the Admiral. We ride on the boat for a bit and then head back 350 for 34.7. So in theory, shouldn't be a difficult flight, but I don't know what kind of twists they're going to throw at us, and also it's going to be pitch black by the looks of things. So we'll be relying on night vision and the HIP's plentiful amount of lights. This should actually be kind of interesting. All right, let's do it.
Helicopter visual checks complete. Aircraft documentation is on board and checked. Doors and hatches are closed.
Helicopter checks out, no remarks. Altimeter pressure correlation coefficient tables checked. Altimeters checked. Total fuel load is 1,254 kilos. Takeoff weight is 9,140 kilos. Reserve fuel accounted for and included in the total fuel load. Passengers are not ready yet.
Crew reports received. Helicopter is pre-flight checked. Flight engineer, start.
All right, so before we get into all of the spiel during the startup, it looks like pretty dark. I'm not seeing a moon at all. So, you know, if we were flying over land, we'd be able to see buildings and lights and everything down there, but we're headed out to sea for this mission. So my expectation is a lot of just staring at the instrument panel and maybe using the NVGs as needed. Yeah, not much to see this time. Hopefully it'll still be interesting. We're going to use a handful of different lights on the hip. They're not going to do much once we're out over the water, but maybe at least for landing on the boat they'll be of some help. So we're going to use our flashlight, which is left alt and L. And then before we get started here, down in this corner you can see there's a taxi light on and off, and then there's also these lights here that you can use, the search lights, and there's one on the other side as well over there.
Marina, did you inspect the aircraft? Where's the status report? No. Oh, I forgot. We're going on without her.
Commander, night vision system has been checked. It's all working.
Okay. Let's request startup then.
Amulet 5-1, startup.
Here we go.
5-1 is clear for startup. Wind 240 at 2 meters. Altimeter QAP 763.
So the...
So the passengers are on the helipad. Oh god, how is he going to carry out a briefing in his condition? A condition of instability, since it cut out the audio.
Crew, hatches are sealed. Prepare to dive.
Maximich, come on. We are going to take off. You'd better to get seated.
Release moorings.
Dima, this is Saffron. At 11:55 p.m., it's all going to kick off. You have to hurry.
We'll have time.
Why are they using 12-hour time with AM PM? Shouldn't they be using 24-hour time?
I will eventually get to the bottom of this and punish someone.
Maximich is not your subordinate. Sit in the chair and calm down.
Alright, we also have these dome lights up here, but they're not bright enough. They don't help enough, even in red. It's a little better in red, but
Switch the Arc-9 to Amulet and set the rendezvous point with the aircraft carrier.
Roger, Commander. Rendezvous point is at 893 kilohertz. Heading indicator showing 166.
got a red engine going. And then we'll set our other one 893. So we'll go 800, 90, and then up to 3. Test it to make sure it works. Go to compass, and then both of them have a signal. So we'll leave it there. And we're just going to follow the Arc-9 out. I'm going to turn this on, but I'm not really planning on following it. We're just going to be homing in a beacon the whole time. Starter's still going. I guess a faster way to get lights on would have been to use external power. Could have run the APU generator. Or the auxiliary generator, rather. Okay, engines are off. RPM looks good. Turn off our throttle. Turn off our APU. RPM, rectifiers, 1, 2, 3, generators 1 and 2, there's our lights, some systems on, cabin lights. We probably don't need bright lights on tonight because it's, pitch black. Could use dim lights and that would be fine. Switch our annunciator to night, which I don't know if it's bugged or if I'm just not looking at the right things, but it doesn't seem to change the brightness of any of my little annunciator lights here. They're just as bright as they were before. This can be turned on. Autopilot can be turned on. Volume can be turned up. Volume as well up here. What's the temperature outside? Below 0, we'll turn our anti-icing on. And we'll turn our heater on as well. We could turn it all the way up and see if they puke. It's honestly such a great looking cockpit at night. It really is. Alright, let's contact the tower and get going. 10, Amulet 5-1, request takeoff.
Amulet 5-1, request takeoff.
5-1 is clear for takeoff. Wind 240 at 2 meters. Altimeter QAF 763. Contact Novorossiysk control 124.6.
Okay.
Ready to take off. Ready.
Ready to take off. Ready?
Approach here. Dima, let's get you removed into the air. The admiral is high.
Ready for takeoff. Let's go.
There we go. 2-stage pull-up. Alright, we're out. Now, we're not going to get very far. Actually, you know what? We forgot the lights. Let's just sit back down. And very quickly. Taxi light and that light. Turn the taxi light off for a moment. There's another light here. Okay. So, those are our searchlights. And I've got them bound left shift and right shift and then 7890 control them. Okay, so we just use 8 to bring them up. And then as they come up high enough, they should look like that. Then we actually have this nice bright light in front of us. We can go like that a little bit. Separate them a bit to get a wider view. And I'll throw the taxi light on as well for extra brightness. Okay, now we're going. Like, look how bright those are, and they're right where we're looking, which is great. But we're going to be out over the water where the lights don't shine for reasons. So they're not going to help us once we get, you know, on our way. So for most of this, since we're not going to have anything to actually look at and reference as a horizon, we're just going to have to sort of trust that our instruments are correct, and we're going to have to watch them like a hawk. So I'm going to get, I know there's, okay, so we're out and clear. All right, time to start looking at this then. So we need to speed up, we need to climb a little less. More forward cyclic. Here we go.
Cease control. Romeo Alpha 22051 departing from Helipad Amulet. At heading 172 to open sea, estimate airspace departure in 4 minutes. 22051, Novaro cease control. Copy. Where are you guys headed to? Oh, we're going to rendezvous with the ship flying on instruments only. Distance is 33,000 meters. Roger that. Contact Gunfighter control 126 megahertz. 126 for 22051, good night.
126, ah crap, I gotta do that while
I believe in you.
flying like this. Alright, so we're gonna get ourselves
The aircraft carrier is big. It's pretty hard to miss. It's possible to land on it in bad weather and at night. Oh, let's not make any early conclusions, Andre. Ooh, looks like you stopped joking, Peter MkIII. It's not the right time to be fooling around, Andre. This could be a dangerous flight.
yeah. So there's another,
126 megahertz. I'll report in now.
wish we had multi-crew for that.
Control 22051 in your area, heading to rendezvous point bearing 172 degrees at 34 kilometers from the coastline. IFR with the use of night vision goggles.
22051, what's wrong, guys? Are you out of your minds? Roger, below 3,000 meters, the sky is clear.
Roger, loiter time 30 minutes.
22051, 30 minutes loiter in the area. IFR, Roger. Are you going to spend New Year in the sky?
Hey, firm. In the sky, most likely.
22051, beginning the year well ensures the whole year will be good. Be careful. We will provide all necessary information on request.
22051, Roger. We'll report on entering the landing area.
Roger, 22051, we'll report on entering the landing area.
Okay. So we're basically just staring at our instrument panel here.
Men, let me stand in for your technician. I need some refresher training. By all means, Comrade Admiral. Thank you. You're doing everything by the book. Everything's new. The sensors are working. We are on schedule, Comrade Admiral. There's about 10 minutes until we get to the rendezvous point. I used to fly as a navigator systems operator on that railroad machine. The Mi-4? That was after 9 years of agricultural flying. I remember. I tried to be as accurate as possible. I don't want to break it. Then I looked around and realized it's almost impossible to break it any further. You can only repair it. Yes, this helicopter is great. It's like a limousine. Safronov lives like a king, the old devil.
Basically just chasing the needle, the Arc 9 needle, keeping an eye on altitude. At 150 meters is
Comrade
good.
Admiral, is the aircraft carrier at anchor or underway? What aircraft carrier? That's already in Tuapse. We'll land on the cruiser. Call sign Buran 10. Oh, by the way, I was supposed to inform you of all this.
Oh, good. There's the catch. We're not landing on the Kuznetsov at all.
Calm down, MkIII. Okay. I'll go back to my friends.
At some point, I just kind of expect that needle to swing around the other way without any warning. If you're seeing the mouse on my screen go crazy, it's because I have a kitten on my mouse pad currently trying to play with the mouse. Well, that scared the crap out of me, icing. Anti-icing's on, we should be fine.
Commander, the ship frequency is 127.5 megahertz.
Oh, God.
Do you want to change it?
Yes, Andre. Contact Buran in 3-5 seconds.
127.5, okay. Well, wish me luck. Yeah, we turned a decent amount. Let's come back this way.
Buran 10-22051. Request weather and situation update.
Tijuana, Buran receiving. We are expecting you. Heading 110, speed 15 knots, wind 246 at 2 meters per second, Q of E 793 and 63 millimeters. Report on approach.
22051, Wilco, QFE 763.
Okay, I think we've got ourselves pointed the right way. Is that them up there? That's probably them up there, that green light. Yeah. Let's attempt this. It's probably them. So that super bright light there on the Doppler drift indicator, there is no way to adjust that brightness. So it just absolutely blinds you. It makes NVG flight in the hip a huge pain in the butt. Oh, there we are. I see it.
Buran 10-22051 on approach.
Guys, don't be heroes. If something goes wrong, call it in.
Okay.
Roger that, Baron 10.
Clear to land. Heading 110, speed 15 knots. Wind 246 at 2 meters per second. Q of E 763 millimeters. The helipad is clear.
22051, cleared to land.
This is going to
QFE
be a
763.
big pain. At least I can kind of see both. Some airspeed, we got to keep that up now until we get in closer.
Check rotor brake, helicopter style landing, out of ground effect. Approach the ship on its course 110 degrees.
Ready to land. Ready. Ready to land, Commander. Good luck.
Ready to land, ready.
Okay, F5. Okay. I slowed down too much too soon. We're going to try to speed back up again. Or we could just maintain it and that would be okay too. And come up behind it. Alright, now we're going to start descending a little bit. I say as I'm still climbing. I wonder, can my lights? Not yet. I can sort of see it in the darkness, but we're going to keep the NVGs on for now. Well, that's not so bad. When I'm looking off to the left, I'm not blinded by that Doppler nav, or the Doppler drift light. That's okay. I'm hoping that I'll be able to turn off the NVGs entirely and go by lights, since I have those giant searchlights on the front. There we go. Quest landing. A little high. Let's come down. There's the landing pad right at the back. Ugh. Yeah.
22051, I say again. Run 10 heading, 110, speed 15 knots, wind 236 at 2 meters per second. Check the rotor brake.
22051, roger. Rotor brake is checked.
Okay, now we just move into position. Easier said than done. Those lights are so bright.
Touchdown.
That taxi light is awful.
So, the admiral's board.
I get a decent screenshot of that anywhere.
all, Dima. This is Safarov. Now let's hurry home.
Andre, switch arc to Amulet.
Already done, Commander. Ready to take off. Heading home, 344.
Ready to take off. Ready. Ready to take off. Ready. Airborne.
Airborne? We are not. Alright. Jump over to the right seat. We'll flip-flop our Arc 9 over to reserve, which is on 707. Yeah. Get a compass bearing back that way. And we're going to be doing much the exact same thing. So, we're trimmed for takeoff again as before. See that there. Release the brake, 2-stage pull-up. It's a little hard, but up we go. Just kind of move backwards a bit, let the ship get away from us. And then we'll turn now and just chase the needle home, basically. Also, we should be able to see the shoreline and all the lights in the distance, which will help a little bit. Yeah, that should help a bit. Alright, let's head out. Pick up some speed. Really is in my best interest to not use my peripherals, to not look outside the helicopter at all. Because you see things flash by and your brain tries to fill in patterns and decide what those things are. Hey, we're not going fast enough there. So you think you're seeing something, you think that you can discern your orientation by the flashes of the water that you see going by, and you just can't. It will not help, it will only hurt. Okay.
That was close. Andre, set the radio for lens control and take over the flight controls. Navigation system control, climb a bit higher, 600 meters.
Okay.
We're gonna watch some fireworks.
Roger, Sonich. I have control. Climbing to 600 meters.
No, you don't. I still have control. Alright, Gelenjik is 126, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, so it's already midnight, and the new year has arrived.
Well, guys, Happy New Year. Oh, yeah, you can hear the champagne corks from here.
Are we actually going to see fireworks?
Happy New Year, guys. Let the new year be better than the old one, and each of us will achieve our goals.
Oops, I'm climbing too fast. Do I still have those restrictions in place?
My congratulations.
Yes.
Happy New Year. Tarasov, you can buy tickets to Moscow. Count on that. You already secured the promotion.
Well, Happy New Year, Sergei Viktorovich. I am very happy to hear that. I've already bought my tickets.
600 meters. Leveling off. Lots of lights, but... Is that fireworks? Looks like it. That'll be the oil rigs out there, hey? It's cool. Kind of looks like the sun's coming up. Alright, 124.6.
Novorossiysk Control 22051, Happy New Year. Request transit through the bay, direct helipad Amulet. BFR landing.
22051, Novorossiysk Control. Cleared to transit. Climb to 120 meters. Report in on completion of your mission after landing. Happy holidays, but don't drink too much.
22051, roger that. Climbing to 120 meters.
$124.6. Which is what we're on. F10.
Amulet 51, ready to land.
Approach course 60, reference HSI, wind 240 at 2 meters, altimeter 763.
That's us right down there, right? The big pylon. Yeah, so we'll head in the bay a little bit and loop around. Although it wants me to come in basically straight in this way, hey? Anyway, still descending, gotta get that speed back up. Okay, we can reduce our descent a little bit now. We're almost down to 150. Okay, there we go. So this is the course they want for landing. We're not going to match that exactly. No, we're not going to match that at all, but that's okay. Whoop. Keep collected in. I don't need to descend that fast yet. Guess we are going to turn that way. The wind is pushing us a bit. Alright. Start slowing. ETL. Oops, I think I caught one of the flags.
Touchdown. Throttle correction to left. 3 minutes till shutdown. I'll report in the meantime.
Maybe. I'm in the right spot at least. I'll take it.
Well, great work, Tarasov. To be honest, I was a bit nervous at first. This task was difficult. Technically, you've been promoted.
Excellent.
Rover cease control 22051, touchdown on helipad Amulet. Champagne is open and glasses are filled.
22051 control. Good night, and save a glass for us, too.
Of course, Rover cease control. Happy New Year.
My rating, good. I'll take it. I'm quite satisfied with that. I did it. I made it back. Nobody died. Nothing's on fire. And nobody threw up. I'd say that counts as good. Alright, shut down. Okay, everything that draws power. Let me bring up our flashlight. Did we fly? We did. We flew that whole thing without the autopilot. Oops. My bad. Alright, once everything that we need electrical power is shut off. Did we ever turn the heater on? No. No, we never actually turned the heater on either. Well, let's pretend that we did and turn that off. If we turned the fan on, we just never actually hit the start button. So they were a little chilly in the back at -2. Oops. That's why I need a checklist. Alright, let's throttle down. Kill the rectifiers. Whoops. Not, I don't know. Kill the generators first, then the rectifiers. Inverter 1 goes to manual, and inverter 2 goes to off. Now we kill our engines. We leave this stuff on until the engines are fully stopped. I'm going to shut off those lights. Turn these down. Rotor RPM is still high. I'm supposed to wait to 15%. I'm not waiting. Once that's fully stopped, then we can throw our fire extinguisher off. Shut off valves closed. Tank pumps off. Inverter, batteries off, 1 and 2, and inverter off. Alright, that should be a little bit closer to what's on the books than last time. Not a whole lot different. I actually wasn't too far off from Shutdown, so. Okay, well that was mission 4. I'll see you guys next time.